Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another game review with your best all scary game 24/7 here. And this time we're gonna do a review on Silent Hill Downpour. Now, Silent Hill Downpour is a really good horror game. Not really the best, and not any way better than the other Silent Hills. But I guess if you really never knew the franchise of Silent Hill, or if you just got into it, I'd say try Downpour because Downpour is like a fresh start to it, at least to me. I played the game and it felt like I didn't have to know the franchise because it just restarted it in a way. And Downpour is such a new way to, start off the horror genre. So yeah, the storyline to it is you're this prisoner named Murphy Pendleton who's in a bus crash and he's led to a town called Silent Hill. And in that town, he has to kill monsters to try to escape and also overcome some of his nightmares and fears. Well, in the game, you do not really know why he is in prison until a little bit later in the game. You get like little flashbacks, and you kind of just put them all together, and just I'm not gonna spoil it, but so yeah, get the game and just see what it is. So the weapons in the game, you can only be able to So anyway, with the weapons in the game, you can only be able to fight at a certain point. Because you can start breathing heavily, and then you have to at least I don't know. It was like that for me. Your weapons can also break easily, so you can have like a big strong axe or a big strong sledgehammer, and eventually it's going to become a weak sledgehammer or a weak axe. It doesn't last forever. I guess that's really the most scary part, because then after that, what do you have left of something awesome? You probably have to take like a shitty chair or a shitty stool or a shitty shit. I don't know, but it really does bring you a lot of weapons that you can find. So basically, it's like an environment like Dead Rising. Like anything can be your weapon, and like in Silent Hill Downpour, it's just like anything can be your weapon. Even what was it? Even I know I've seen this before. Even like a rock, like you could throw just a rock or a brick or anything. It can all be your weapon, and that's what I thought was pretty neat. The horror aspects of it. So I think this part's more interesting. The monsters you see from the previous games, if you ever played the other franchise before, it literally don't really have those monsters in there. So you don't really have the nurses, Pyramid Head, or anybody like that. But I do believe you get somewhat of monsters that you can say, like, oh, that reminds me of this monster. So I guess maybe later, if they make a next Silent Hill game, they might put that in there, which I hope they do, because they need it. But I will say that the new Silent Hill game, it's pretty, the monsters, I think the monsters were well made, but, the monsters were well made, kind of, at least they made a horror to it, but it just, they don't really scare me. They seem more like zombies to me, and that's why I feel like every time I'm in a fight, usually if I'm in a horror game and I'm about to be in a fight, I don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, go away. That's how Silent Hill is for me. But in Downpour, it seems more like that edge. Like, if you ever played a Devil May Cry game and you're about to fight, and you're like, hell yeah, right now, let's fight, and you're just, like, blasting, and you're, like, slicing, and especially when it comes to a boss fight, then that's basically how you're going to feel when it comes to Silent Hill Downpour. Because literally, it is such where you're kind of feel better in a fight, unless you... Now, like I said, if you never played a Silent Hill game before, and you try this out, now remember, you will probably be a little frightened because you probably never played such a horror graphic game. Like I said, it literally does take you onto a new level of horror genre. Isn't that right, Punisher Skull? That's right. Anyway, so also if you really want to take a look at what the zombies look like, or the monsters, I'm just gonna call them zombies with Silent Hill. They look something like this to me. Just like that. This is a Red Dead Redemption Nightmare thing, but they look just like this. To me, that's how they look. So yeah, that's basically the monsters in the game. So yeah, take a look out from that. And Another thing is, in when you do get if you ever do get Silent Hill Downpour, let me adjust my camera. If you do get Silent Hill Downpour, remember that it is 100% a new start. So if you never were known to the Silent Hill franchise, this is a good start for you. And I do kind of recommend it. But if you really want to try something that was kind of long, really big horror, try Silent Hill Homecoming. And that game is not as good as the rest, but, you know, I'll say that there's some points where I got a little spooked. Anyway, guys, this is Best West Kingdom 24/7 here, bringing you a review of Silent Hill Downpour. And as always, stay safe and keep playing horror games, bro. Bye-bye.